let's face it, it was just an absolute shit show of a performance.
I watched enough of it to know that I've seen enough of this football club. I've seen enough from Arteta.
It was an awful game to watch. We were poor for the entirety of the game.
Support for this video is brought to you by Manscaped. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code LJTV at manscaped.com.
Well, there we have it, people. It's another loss. It's Everton 2, Arsenal 1, and really it was 4-1, wasn't it? Let's be honest. I didn't see a lot of the game tonight. I was actually in the pub with the boys. As you can see, I'm very festive tonight for a little Christmas drink. And the game was on in the background. I didn't get to watch much of it. So I do my fan cam as best I can, if I'm honest with you. A lot of people will give a load of abuse saying, oh, how can you give a fan cam? We haven't watched the game. Well, I watched enough of it to know that I've seen enough of this football club. I've seen enough from Arteta. And nothing changes my mind. A lot of people predicting 7 points out of Everton, Manchester United and Liverpool. Well, we got 0. And it's no surprise, is it really, when you've got a manager that's picking Eddie Nketiah still, when you've got a manager that's bringing Granit Xhaka back into the team, when Maitland-Niles got a man of the match performance against Watford and was dropped. Lokonga got a pretty much joint man of the match performance against Newcastle, as well as both fullbacks. And he was dropped tonight for not just El Neni, but now for Granit Xhaka. So this is a bizarre situation with Thomas Partey playing poorly, with Aubameyang playing poorly. Even when he's coming on, he's still missing sitters. And for a manager to turn Thomas Partey into Emmanuel Frimpong and Aubameyang into Yaya Sanogo, I think it tells you everything you need to know about this manager, in my opinion. And I'm just bored. I'm just sick and tired of saying the same stuff, to be honest. It's exhausting looking at what this manager's trying to do. But nothing will happen because the Cronkies and the board are happy with it. The fans are happy with it. Trust the process is all they keep saying. So if this is the process of being 7th in the league with no Europe, on a -4 goal difference, I think it is now, then I hope you're happy with it. I hope you're happy with it because it's what fans seem to want. We need new players, apparently. Well, there's only Lacazette and Pepe that he hasn't either signed or given a contract to. So if we need new players, then we need a new manager because he's the one who signed them all. I don't really understand how that is a debate, if I'm honest with you. So we move on to a run of games which everyone believes we're going to do well in. And I don't think we're playing well enough moving forward to get this sorted. We didn't have a transfer window, apparently. The transfer window could not come quick enough for us, apparently. I said on the stream earlier the other day, this manager needs more windows than Microsoft. It's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. I am so sick and tired of the excuses that this guy's getting. Everybody knows, who's been able to bear me for the last 2 years, that I've been Arteta out. And I've never been convinced by this guy. I actually quite like Mikel Arteta as a person. I did like him as a player. I just don't think he's a good manager at all. And he's done nothing to convince me. You know, it was fair enough beating Leicester and Watford and Norwich and Newcastle and Burnley. But when you go to the big 3 away games, like Liverpool, where we got battered, Manchester United, where we threw the game away, and Everton, where we got, let's be honest, easily beat tonight, from what I saw of the game, I don't really see how he can keep his job now. So I'm done. Get Arteta out. Needed to convince me a lot more, and he hasn't done so. And when I've seen the decisions of Pepe sitting on the bench and Aubameyang tonight on the bench, and Eddie comes on in front of them both, it's time. It's time for him to go. So Cronky and the board need to wake up and get rid of this clown. I'll tell you that now. See you later, people.
Yes, people, welcome to Lee Judges TV, Albert JTV Fan Cam, Everton 2, Arsenal 1. The first thing I have to say, got to say this, Arsenal got exactly what they deserved. Absolutely nothing. Facts. We deserve to lose. Everton haven't won in 8 games. They're devoid of ideas and they're lacking confidence. That first half of football, as a neutral or a fan of either club, was an awful game of football to watch. It was devoid of quality. And the one bit of quality we got the goal before half time. And we was fortunate because obviously there was a disallowed goal in the first half from Richarlison, but a bit of luck we got. Yes, there should have been a sending off, most definitely with Ben Godfrey on Tomiyasu, but it didn't happen. But the one bit of quality we provided, it was a very, very good goal. Great cross from Kieran Tierney, great run by Martinelli to create the space, and Erdegaard comes in, as you want your midfield players to do, in the 18-yard area, and puts it in to make it 1-0. But I mean, many Arsenal fans were probably thinking, we've gone in 1-0 at half-time. Please do not sit back. This Arsenal team, right, and I've said this before, they remind me of the England team under Sven-Göran Eriksson. Exact carbon copy. Go 1-0 up in big games, sit back, soak up pressure, concede a goal, and then go on to lose the game of football. 100% carbon copy, no lie. The second half didn't get any better. We was insipid. We showed no control. There was no tempo. From an attacking point of view, nobody took the ball by the horns. It was an awful game to watch. We were poor for the entirety of the game. And we got what we deserved. They had another disallowed goal. They had 2 disallowed goals. But again, even we could, Damari Gray, to be fair, was a threat during the whole of the game. He played very well for Everton and got a wonder second goal to end up winning the game. But even with that, we had chances to rescue the game. An absolute sitter miss from Eddie Nketiah. I'm surprised he came on again ahead of Nicolas Pepe, but that tells you everything you need to know. And then even at the end, Aubameyang could have saved it. Another poor effort. I'll tell you something. You can sit here and we can talk about the players, but you have to look at the manager and the tactics that he is giving these players to go out and execute games of football, because it is absolute rubbish to watch as an Arsenal fan. Who's enjoying this? I said it at the start of the season or pre-season. I will judge Arsenal on the 2 straight first 3 months of the season because it will set the tone for the season. Yes, we're only 4 points of top 4, but we're sitting in 7th. I didn't have Arsenal down for top 4. I didn't have Arsenal down to win this game today. I went for an away draw. Did not see Arsenal win this game of football. And as you watched it with your own set of 2 eyes, if you want to rip up the manual and the tactics books, see what you're seeing with your own eyes and tell me if you're enjoying what you're seeing. Because I'm absolutely not. I tell you something, man. If Alex Iwobi had scored that goal to make it 3-1, I wouldn't have gone to watch Arsenal play again this season. I'm not joking. That would have absolutely tipped me over the edge. But yeah, you know what? Arsenal got what they deserved. We did not deserve to win that game of football tonight. Insipid performance. Not acceptable. Not even a case of not good enough. Not acceptable for the players that are on that pitch playing against a team. No disrespect to Everton, who have been awful in the last couple of months. And we've gift wrapped them 3 points. So guys, I'm not going to say much more. That is me, Albert JTV, over and out for Lee Judge TV. See you soon, people.
Everton 2, Arsenal 1. Where do you go from there? Shocking performance. Really wanted Mikel to turn it around. Really wanted it to work for him, but unfortunately it's not going to, is it? After that performance today. Let's face it, Everton down on their knees, fans walking out, their best player not there for the taking. And we went 1-0 up against the run of play, really, and then just capitulated in every sense. I have to say, decisions made by the manager, open goals missed, everything about that performance today. Let's be honest, we could have actually lost by 4. Like the offsides were marginal. It was just let's face it, it was just an absolute shit show of a performance. by a manager that just is not good enough. And as much as I wanted to back him, he just isn't good enough for this job, and it was proved today. I said before, I'll say it again, I'll give him these 3 games. I said, let's see what he does after a good run. But here we are again, a year later in the same position, watching rubbish. The football in that first half was awful, but we was 1-0 up, and it was all about getting the result today, more probably than the performance. So we'll take that. But second half, you know, I mean, listen, this is a team that is on their knees at this moment in time, having decisions go against them left, right and centre, and, you know, you then let them come back and win the game of football. Just tells you everything you really need to know about this football club and the way it's being run at the moment. Just not good enough. Just not good enough. I will say this, you know, probably they should have been down to 10 men, but VAR chose, you know, stamping on the head. Apparently he's okay, you know, so whether he meant it or not, I can tell you that, you know, it looked like he meant it from me. But let's not hide away from the fact that it was a poor performance from other things of all of that. Mikel today, substitutions again. Eddie, by the way, you know, his reward for scoring against Leeds in the cup when it really matters was not to be in the squad. He goes and sees him in his office and says, I'm not signing a contract, and he's got minutes. Some shocking decisions. The club's not being managed right. I don't think it's being run properly on and off the field. You can see that today. Ultimately, we've deserved what we got today. We've been beaten, deservedly so. Where do we go from here now? I can't see us bouncing back anytime soon. I really can't. I don't think that we're going to... we may beat Southampton, then we've got West Ham, you know, but ultimately we're where we are a year ago, and for me now, I'm going to have to say it, like, you know, I really wanted it to work for Mikel, but, you know, the signs are not good, are they? And, you know, I think that we are, with his players now, by the way, with his players, you know, that. But I will say this, it's not his fault that 2 players play a throw-in when you're 1-0 up, just outside your box, and try and do what they're doing and then give away the ball. Schoolboy stuff, you know, like you just play the lines, play the percentages, you know what I mean? Pathetic decisions, you know what I mean, from Partey and Tavares there, like, you know. Making mistakes, we're still making mistakes. We made the mistakes against Man United, got punished, we've got made the mistakes again today, like, you know. But let's face it, you know, this is a harder one to take. It's just not going to work with Mikel. It's just not going to work.